Carrie Geren Scoggins Political Newsletter, Bible Prophecy Times Edition, End Times Prophecy News Update.
Hi, and welcome back to End Times Prophecy News Update. In the news this evening, we have a story from Atlanta, Georgia. Where the fire chief has been illegally let go from the job for making statements concerning his religious convictions on homosexuality, violating his Christian civil rights. The 1964 Civil Rights Act, giving Christians protected class status under the law, protecting their legal rights while on the job, particularly Article 7. Also, the Federal Supreme Court ruling, the legal right to adhere to biblical core values on the job and off, in our ministries, religious groups, in our private businesses. Of course, the First Amendment to our Constitution and the legal right to adhere to biblical core values being backed up by the First Amendment. And we know federal laws and federal Supreme Court rulings always trump state anti-discrimination laws, which in actuality shows that the state anti-discrimination laws are unconstitutional and would not withstand the scrutiny of a federal Supreme Court hearing, because they obviously stand in opposition to laws already on the books, such as the 1964 Civil Rights Act, and even current federal Supreme Court rulings, such as the legal right to debate the issues, as upheld when the federal Supreme Court overturned the hate speech laws, as well as an even more current federal Supreme Court ruling, our legal rights to adhere to biblical core values. Citing Romans chapter 1 specifically concerning homosexuality and the Christian viewpoint on all issues. The legal right to adhere to biblical core values from an uncensored Bible, not a state-approved Bible, but our standard King James. These federal laws, federal Supreme Court rulings, trump state anti-discrimination laws. It makes one wonder how the youth and the current political climate has been propagandized with censorship of an opposing viewpoint. Our founding fathers never supported any form of political or religious censorship. We have the legal right to debate any issue from any viewpoint. Freedom straight across the board, from the far right wing to the far left wing, without censorship. This obviously puts no group above scrutiny, while at the same time makes sure that neither end of the political spectrum suffers political or religious censorship. It was Karl Marx that supported political and religious censorship, totalitarianism. working for the, quote, collective good, having a board or bureau decide what the public would be allowed to say. As opposed to our founding father, Thomas Jefferson, and our other founding fathers that supported a separation of church and state, which is to keep the state out of the church, preventing Bible censorship. In the accurate portrayal of his private letter discussing the separation of church and state, that wall of separation of church and state directly prohibits Bible censorship, keeping the state out of the church. This has been another Christian civil rights moment from End Times Prophecy News Update. Carrie, Geren, Scoggins. Thank you for tuning in.
Has been another edition of Carrie, Geren, Scoggins Political Newsletter, Bible Prophecy Times Edition, End Times Prophecy News Update.